What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 104. I hope everybody is doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. And perfect timing, literally right as we start, Mike makes it in. Guys, this is our panel tonight. I wanted to have a smaller panel. I will update you on Sean. Sean did give me his blessing to share with you guys what's going on with him. Long story short, he's having some health issues that are preventing him from coming online. He would love to. He even mentioned like, oh, I might come back soon. And I'm like, dude, no. So we're all pulling for him. I hope Sean, and I wish Sean a speedy recovery, I should say. Sean's our boy. He's been with us since the beginning, and he's here in spirit. He might be in the chat tonight. But I appreciate Sean for letting me share it with you guys, because I know some of you guys were probably curious, because I brought it up last week and I was very vague about it, but I didn't want to share it, you know, if it was something personal to Sean. But Sean's very much an open book, and so it doesn't surprise me that he said it was okay to share with you guys. So yeah, Sean's having some health issues, and we wish him a speedy recovery.
Let's give it for Mr. Mike, giving us an early preview of his Balin Skull cosplay. Got the beard. He's just going to be doing some of the, white coloring and stuff, tonight, man.
Dude. He was
no, man. Mike's face. I don't know. I don't think he's as tall actually as Ray Stevenson was. He was like 6'2" or something.
Yeah, I'm only 5'10", so give me some.
Hey, that's at least in the ballpark a little.
Well, and he doesn't look as old. Like, that's messed up, Lane.
I
I've got Balin right here, dude. Lane said I look like the Scorched Xenomorph, dude. Like. He went easy on you. I was saying.
Scorched Xenomorph is cool. Look, that looks iconic. I see Connor.
I can see the. I mean, that happy smile right there just matches up perfect.
Yeah. But, laugh it up, guys. Get it out now.
But I'm just saying, his beard with how it's looking there, if he was, just, I don't know, took a
guys,
big
just for the record, for those of you guys who
are
just out of the loop with Star Wars, this is what Lane is saying Mike looks like here.
Perfect. Hey, that's a very handsome gentleman there. Mike is a very distinguished-looking gentleman right now.
Oh,
I'll take this compliment.
That or Yale history professor about to regale us with, what Roman sex lives were back in 10 AD.
That's right. As a matter of fact, the ancient Romans were big Hot Toys fans, and
yep. Well, Aries was mentioning thousands of years ago that they to scale were.
Maybe. But guys, it's great to be here tonight. Yeah, Lane's just starting it off strong, man. Just start giving us the roasting, man.
Well, the last time I was here, you guys did barbecue me extra crispy. So
yeah, no, trust me, Lane, you take a lot of crap, so you deserve to give someone else a little bit.
But it's great. Hey, it's good to see you guys as always, though.
Great to be here. See you, man. No Sean tonight. No Chris. Chris is just dying inside because he is just getting absolutely hammered in his little UPS truck. I mean, he sent me a picture of his truck.
Boy, that's shocking. I mean,
right? He sent me a picture of his truck at 6 o'clock, and it was still like fully packed. So, dude's going through it right now. He feels bad. He can't be here with you guys. We're still going to have some guests as other panel members can't make it. But guys, again, tonight I just wanted to kind of keep it smaller, and maybe we can read the chat a little bit more. There's a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, believe it or not. You might have read in the title, I have some InArt news, some rumors / whatever, grain of salt stuff that was shared with me by someone very reputable. So we'll talk about that as well. That's pretty exciting and very interesting for sure. And then we got a lot of really cool stuff from Hot Toys this week. We got another stealth suit Captain America. Hot Toys basically told me to go F myself with my limited one that I had, but that's okay. That's part of the game, so.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's part of the game, Lane. We can't get too salty about it, but thank you for being here, Lane and Mike. I appreciate you guys. It's going to be a fun stream. Going to be a great stream starting off talking about this Scorched Xenomorph. And Mike just responded to a message of mine that I sent to him days ago. But so,
I left you on scene, bro.
No, I don't even think you left me on scene. I don't even think you read. I'd rather be left unread. Truthfully, I'd rather be left unread. Because then in my head, I'll be like, oh, maybe he never saw it. You know what I mean?
I honestly never saw it. And then when I checked out the link today, I was like, oh, what a shitty friend. Like, anyway.
But I was just giving him shit. But anyways, it was something that Mike and I were kind of theorizing on stream when we first saw the teaser for the Scorch, and it came true, which is pretty cool. So we're going to talk about that. But thanks for being here, guys. We're going to say what's up to everybody in the chat. Some really dope people in the chat. Guys, also a quick announcement. Lane, when do you think we should do this giveaway? Do you think next stream or the stream after that? I'm going to let you decide, Lane, because, you know, Lane is contributing some really cool stuff to a giveaway for you guys. Maybe some Hot Toys figures. What do you think, Lane? Do you think next week we should give it away, or should we wait a little bit closer to Christmas? What do you think? He's contemplating. Is he like a mile away from his mic right now? Lane, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, he's trucking.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm having a confusion. I'm having an issue with my microphone here. So, all right. So, yeah. So, I think let's give him 2 weeks so that we can give him a chance to, you know, contemplate what might be on the horizon for them. Oh, would this happen to be something called a... oh, yes, a Kenobi Purge Trooper.
It's a very underrated figure, you know. That of course that Purge got a lot of hate because it wasn't the one that everybody wanted, but now that that's here and people have the opportunity to get that, and they're probably going to do a bunch more of them, now you could get this one. I have this one in my collection. I actually love this one. I think it's really cool. I just love troopers in general. Unless you're like 90% of the Stormtrooper designs from the sequel trilogy, I love all troopers. They're really they just the jet trooper and stuff.
However, now this one, that is just the first of our.
That's the appetizer. That's just the appetizer. Yes. That's all that is.
So this, if you can see it, this is a sealed X-Men brown suit Wolverine from Hunter. The limited release 1500.
So, guys, we're going to rig this one so Mike can win, of course.
Yeah, mine just arrived today, actually. Otherwise, I would rig this entire contest. But yeah, no, mine just arrived today.
So this is the main prize, obviously. Now, the thing is, though, guys, for this, which Connor will here give you a preview, if he doesn't freeze up. There we go.
There he is. Right there.
This is... going to be exclusively a giveaway for members to the channel. This is something we discussed. The Purge Trooper will be open to, I'm guessing, all subs.
Yeah, everybody. Look, so, and guys, I'm going to throw some other stuff in there as well. So everybody, you do not have to be a channel member to win. But I felt like, you know, the brown suit is so special. The John Byrne brown suit. We got to do that for members. You got to get back to the members in some way. So... And you don't have to be a member right here or we're cutting it off. You know what I mean? You could join before we do the giveaway. You could join like before we throw all the names in, you know. So we'll give you guys some time to contemplate that. But there'll be other prizes as well. But
sorry, that's why, guys, I had the camera off here for most of the thing. I've been fighting with it working. That's why I had it off when things started all day today. Good, so I was hoping it was going to work for that real quick thing. But hey, guys, this is big giveaway for Hot Toys Hotline, helping cross the latest
5,000
sub goal. Yep. And then also for the holidays, because we really, you know, Connor and I had a little bit of discussion about like the brown suit, how we would handle that. But I think for such what is, you know, a pretty sought after figure, hard to get. It feels like for members, we want to give them something special for having been contributing. We love everybody who is a sub and everybody who comes who catches us. So this is not
everybody can win, and it's okay, guys, because if you're me, you won't win anyway. It doesn't matter if you're a member or not. Speaking of not winning, I'm pretty sure that Steve here, Figures in Fandom, we all know this is Evil Sneaker, good friend, channel member. What's up, Steve? Steve rigs every one of his giveaways so I don't win. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if it's like some sort of, you know, back end trick. He's like,
your magic spell keeps getting hit by a repulsor beam.
I don't know how you do it, but if I lose one more giveaway, I'm not going to be a member anymore. I'm no longer to be a member of the Evil Empire. So we'll see how the next one goes, dude. But
so we'll aim for in a couple. Yeah, hashtag great. Thanks, Evil Sneaker. But hey, guys, we wanted to do something special for you this year. So Purge Trooper, really cool trooper. Everybody will have the opportunity to get. It will be shipped to you free of charge for all our current members and members who are going to enter into the giveaway. We'll discuss exactly, do you need to be there, like what we're going to do or anything like that. We're still getting that worked out. So that's why it'll be a couple weeks, but these will be shipped to you. The one thing I'm going to say for any international members, these giveaways will only be for in lower 48 US. That is the only caveat. Because
I'll say this. If you win and you're international, I'll do like a pool of something else, like gift cards or something for a comic shop or something. That way, if you are international, you're not just completely thrown out of it. Or I don't know, Lane. Do we want to give them the option to pay for the shipping, or do you just want to keep it U.S. only for this one?
We can discuss that. So we'll let you guys know.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but yeah. But either way, guys, whether we decide I think maybe Lane wants to keep it U.S. only, but if not, we'll find a way for you guys overseas to win.
I want to give as many people the opportunity to get it, because I know especially that Wolverine, a lot of people want that, because that is a look that obviously, at least as of right now, even from like Deadpool and Wolverine, we haven't gotten a figure of that suit.
And Lane, and international people have won before, and I've just sent them money on PayPal. I'm like, look, if you don't have a particular comic shop in mind, here's the $25 or whatever it was. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm willing to do that too. We'll figure something out, guys. We'll make it fun for everyone. But let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. Very exciting, guys. So we're going to be doing some giveaways. Really excited to give back to you guys. We appreciate Lane, as always, for contributing so much, not only to my channel, but all the other channels that he's on. Lane is he truly is Santa Kramer. So we're letting him off the hook for the swoop bikes that haven't been delivered. We're going to let him off the hook.
That's the one thing, at least, where we're having to have a temporary,
because you still are Santa Kramer.
I will have to let Sean know that finally, absolutely, he will not be getting his.
And I think I saw Sean in the chat, so he might be learning that live now. And how dare you, Lane, to tell him off?
And if you're there, Sean, thank you for joining us tonight.
What's up, Valkyrie Magnus? Now I just clicked off his comment. I'll say what's up to Jazzy as well, my boys. Valk says, "Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, my friend. I hope you're doing well." Valk is a good friend, a channel member, a loyal hottie. And Valk and I were randomly talking about salmon the other day, or salmon, whatever you guys call it. We were talking about it the other day.
At least it wasn't salmonella.
That's true. It could have been worse. But what's up, Valk? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. My boy Jazzy in the house. What's up, Jazzy? Jazzy says, "What's up, boys? Finally catching y'all live." Hey, I appreciate you making out, bro. I know it's a lot of time dedication watching somebody live. But I appreciate you making the time for us on this fine Tuesday evening. I'm glad you're able to catch us, because it's always more fun live, right? Because you get to comment, we get to read your comments. It's more fun that way. So I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. And also, Jazzy, you are too kind, my friend. Thank you so much for becoming a Hotline hottie. We have our newest channel member, guys. And like I said, I will be giving away some channel memberships as well, closer to the giveaway.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
I'll be giving away some of those as well to give some people some chances. But Jazzy, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate the support as always, bro. You guys have to check out Jazzy on Instagram. He takes some crazy pictures, and he always makes me very jealous because I suck ass at taking photos, and I'm trying to learn. I think that's my next purchase, is like an actual nice camera. You guys know, like my video quality is decent on my reviews and stuff because I use my phone, but I want like a legit camera. So one day.
You got a good camera. What are you talking about?
I have a phone camera, dude. I'm talking about, I want a real camera, like a legit. You got those who take photos and stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm okay. I'll take your word for it.
Real camera. Let's see. Summers fan, what's up, dude? I briefly read your comment. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I hope you're doing well. Once again, Jazzy, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for that. Let's see who else we got. We got Jose in the house. What's up, Jose? Jose says, "Hey, everyone. What's up, bro? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by, as always. I appreciate you, man." Let's see who else we got. We got Chunker in the house, a channel member and a good friend, dropping the emojis for our boy, the legendary Lane Kramer. Thank you so much, bro, for being here.
Thank you.
I don't know why Chunker doesn't use his YouTube name for YouTube. I guess that's his personal account. I don't know why he doesn't. It just confuses me.
Well, Jazzy already perfectly gave why he is entering. Yeah. He already said, "Give me that Wolvie baby."
Dude, hey, I cannot blame you. I would enter for a free figure as well. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And thank you so much, Sneaky. And Sean is actually in the chat, so he's reading your comment, I'm sure. Sneaky says, "Hope Sean has a fast recovery." Thank you so much, bro. I don't know if I said what's up to Sneaky when we first got here, but a moderator in the Facebook group, in the YouTube, a channel member, and the GOAT. Thank you so much for being here, bro. And thank you for saying these kind words to Sean, everybody. We got Gio, the movie can, in the house. What's up, Gio? A channel member and a good friend. Gio says, hello, collectors. Hello to you, Gio. Thank you so much for being here, as always, bro. I was watching your show the other day in the background, but I didn't get a chance to comment, but I was watching your show, and it was a fun time, dude. It always is.
Yeah.
And
really enjoyed his show today, too.
Dude, yeah, and I'm one of those... I kind of just turn it on, and I'm just hanging out with my buddies, you know? That's my style of doing this stuff. Gio, like, dude, he puts so much freaking work into it. Unless it's when I come onto a stream... I don't get an intro or anything, I guess. I was giving Gio shit when I was on his stream. I was like, where's my intro, dude? Of course he's not going to make one for a guest appearance, but, dude, he puts so much work into it. So you guys got to check out Gio. Support his streams. He's a lot of fun, and he gets...
Did a really fun Tim Burton. Tim Burton show.
Yeah, I literally just scrolled past that before the stream. I got to check that out. But thank you so much for being here, Gio. The GOAT, 12-inch Moose stream. Moose is in the house, a channel member, a longtime channel member, a good friend. And he's just the man with the AI lately. That's why all his AI posts on Facebook is cracking me up. Moose says, hello, community of collectors. My best pickup this week was 2 figures from Up. Oh, so are you talking about the ones that were on the Disney store? I did see those. I think that's what you're probably talking about with Carl and his girl. I always forget her name. That's a really cool set. And I saw they were on a really good sale. So if that's what you're talking about, congrats on the pickup. And thank you so much for being here. Perfect time to talk about Romulus. Chunker says, I got my Romulus Steelbook yesterday. I really want the VHS, but not available anywhere here.
Mine's coming tomorrow.
Dude. I'll check out. I wanted to get it myself, so if I can find some, let me know. You know, I'm always willing to ship it to people. But yeah, just let me know. We got Tom Daly in the house. What's up, Tom Daly? He says, hey, guys. I hope you're doing well, Tom. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. We got Mark Palmer in the house. Mark Palmer says, what's up, everyone? I'm listening while I work. I do that a lot. It's you know, it kind of distracts you from the monotony of your day. So thank you so much for being here, Mark, and for listening in. Speaking of the devil, we got Sean, the Hot Toys Nightmare, in the chat. I told you he'd probably pop in and say what's up in the chat. Sean, thanks so much for being here, my friend. We're all wishing you a speedy recovery. And one day soon you'll be back with us. But only when you feel better. I won't let you until then. Of course, TK is dropping the Justice for Andor. He's never going to give that up. I'm right there with you, dude. You know me. I really, really need that Cassian, man. It's a hole in my Rogue One collection. It has been forever. Same with Baze. Where's Baze? Justice for Baze. You should start dropping that in the chat, because where's Baze? But thank you so much for being here, my friend. Gio says, so much love. I appreciate you guys, as always. You guys are the best. You guys really are the best. Never, you know, and I always say this, like, you know, there's always like so much, there's never any negativity in the chat. Even when we're talking about like a sore figure where a lot of people had some mixed opinions, but you guys are always so calm and kind. So I appreciate you guys. I really do.
Just like you have accepted it. It's just, you're going to be called the Hot Toys Hotties.
There's nothing, bro. It's like
I'm glad you gave up fighting that. It just was like, fine. Sounds perfect.
It's like Lane. It's like I was telling Steve. He might be figures and fandom on paper, but he is evil sneaker to me.
Yeah. Well, you are the hot toy hottie, man. That's what you are.
But yeah, Steve says, super dope giveaway, guys. Join the hotties. Thank you so much, Steve. Steve is selling T-shirts now. If you guys want to get a figures and fandom T-shirt, check out his page. I think he has a link actually on his YouTube channel. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's really good.
Like limited release shirts.
It's cool looking stuff,
he didn't give me
too.
one for free. It's crazy.
No.
Yeah.
And the logo, like Danny Spotchka design is awesome,
yeah, I saw
man.
that. It's
I really like
cool.
it.
Yeah, that's dope. It looks really good. It's not evil sneaker, but it'll do, I guess. Steve's never going to live that down. He knows I'm never going to shut up about it. What's up, Fig Bantha Boy? Thanks so much for being here, bro. Yeah. I appreciate you, as always, for hanging out with us. Lane is fibbing. The swoop bike Sage is very real. I don't think so, dude.
I think I already, Sean, the Nightmare, was in the chat, and I said no bike, and I made sure Payton had put in swoop bike 8, and I happened to reply hashtag swoop bike fake news. But Thick Bantha Boy was striking back at that particular. But
Thick Bantha Boy is your number one troll, dude. He's your number one enemy. How you figure, my boy Justin, a hotline hottie for 8 months, saying hotties assemble. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate you, man. Justin is somewhat of a YouTube celebrity. He's at over 600 subscribers now, so congrats to Justin. And he's doing a great job over on his Casual Friday live stream, and he has this hilarious new intro that he did for his live streams, and it's so funny, and that like cheeky little smile that he did at the end is just so, you guys got to watch it to see what I'm talking about. But Justin, thank you so much for being here, bro. I appreciate you. Payton23, a moderator and a good friend. Payton23 says hashtag Swoop Blake Gate. Lane saying hashtag Swoop Blake fake news. What is going on here with the Swoop Bikes? We got OG fan, a longtime channel member, a moderator, and a good friend. OG fan still wants his Swoop Bike. He bought a Han Solo for the bike, and it never came. That's crazy.
Yeah, they put it. Well, or hey man, they put out that patrol trooper, and they couldn't put out its patrol bike, speeder bike that he used. Man, what's up with that?
Crazy. Justin said, "Whoa, who is this hotline hottie that just joined? Bottom of the screen. Maybe you're talking about yourself, dude." Maybe he's talking about himself, or maybe he's talking about Mike. But Mike's not, he's not on the screen right now, so we can't give him the credit. So maybe he's talking about himself. Oh, I see somebody here. And then right before, we have to say hi to Christian Crosshair Cooper. What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here, as always. It's not a Hot Toys Hotline stream without Christian Crosshair Cooper. Or Thick Bantha Boy. He said, not a troll, just trying to keep checks and That's fair. Someone's got to keep Lane in check. He does get a little nutty sometimes. But guys, we got the GOAT. We got Big Dog Pound 1 in the chat. I don't have a wrestling belt for you. Chris is off duty right now because UPS is whipping his ass, but I'll do my best for you. Woo! What's up, Big Dog Pound? Thank you so much for being here.
He's currently, Chris is currently getting stomped on by Stone Cold UPS truck.
Chris is in his UPS brown shorts right now, sweating in the cold because it's very cold here in Maryland. Well, he's working in Maryland. He no longer lives in Maryland. He's in West Virginia now, but he's still working in Maryland, so he's sweating in the cold, having a horrible time, and he wishes he could be here with us. So, in spirit, I got the belt wrapped around me for Chris. Thank you so much for being here, Big Dog Pound. And how could I almost miss the other GOAT, Blue Tattoo? What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here, as always. And Batman Collectibles is in the house. What's up, bro? Batman Collectibles, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you. Always good to see another Batman fan because, guys, Batman's the best superhero, and there's no debating that. I'm sorry.
There's just so few of us around, I guess. So it's good to see another Batman fan,
I know. Everybody thinks Superman.
Yeah, I mean, everybody hates Batman. No one ever likes Batman. What are you talking about?
Well, so Chris and I always randomly will quote BVS just to mess with Chris. So
I'm not a fan of that movie so much.
And I love Henry Cavill as Superman, but I always just make like a stupid voice, and I'll be like, "If I wanted it, you'd be dead already." And I just mess around with Chris, and he's like, "Dude, are you ever gonna stop bringing that up?" Just messing with him about. Of course I'm not, because he got hit in the face by a sink, dude. So you can't come back from that. You got cracked over the head by a sink.
That's got to be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to Superman.
100%. Like, screw that. You got cracked over the head by a sink, dude. And then on top of that, just to disrespect him some more, he takes a freaking line and spins him around and smashes him on all the pillar. Like, dude, he disrespected the shit out of him. But yes, I always love bringing that up to Chris. But Batman Collectibles, thank you so much for being here, my friend. And great profile picture with the best Batman as well. Just a man of taste, really. I hope I got everybody. And happy holidays to you guys. We didn't have like any Thanksgiving stream or anything, so I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We got 43 people watching before we even looked at one figure, so I appreciate you guys for being here. I think it's time to get started. As always, guys, if I missed anybody, it's not intentional. Keep commenting. I'll read your comments. I appreciate each and every one of you.
We will get to you as the stream goes on. Before we pull up Scorched, though, I do want to say one thing. Here, go ahead and finish as you were about to.
I just want to say hello to one more person. We got 16 Star Wars Pimpazoid, the best username in town. He says, "What's up? Another Ahsoka line figure dropping this week."
Possibly.
Perhaps. I hope they don't rush out Hera, though. Like, she has to be perfect because that prototype is so good. And Sabine as well. Like, Sabine is really, really good. So, as long as they're looking just
they nailed Thrawn after a short period of time and Balin, so I would not be...
yeah.
I think they've nailed everyone that I have so far. Right now I have Thrawn and Balin. Balin is, guys, I said this to Lane earlier, Balin is very, very impressive. So if you're getting it, I promise you will not be disappointed.
The only thing with him that's a little goofy is if you pull up the shin guards and you actually see the legs underneath, they look terrible.
It is, but it is that's like, no. So it's actually a good thing. So the armor is very loose here.
Oh
but
yeah,
for
no, that's good.
posability, it's very good.
Yeah, no.
because, like,
I
dude,
no.
like,
I'm just
are you
saying
kidding
from
me?
what.
Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. I'm
yeah.
just saying if
incredible
you pull it up
posability,
and
like,
see it, you're like, what are those little like that?
dude.
That's like the guy, like the meme of the guy who has the super upper body and did like no workout and has the little chicken legs or something, like skinny chicken legs underneath.
Yeah,
But,
it's still it's so good.
oh yeah,
man.
but I mean,
So
you're not
good.
you're. It's not like you're gonna hike the shin guards up. But
Christian,
I'm saying,
it's incredible. Like the sculpt is spot on to Ray Stevenson in person. I was worried about the beard because in some photos it looked very plasticky. In person, it's so good. He's got his armor is like this like patinaed copper, almost like Airrock. It's very similar to that, and it looks so good. Like truly, it's very, very impressive.
And I'm guessing
you
you will be
American
doing
order?
a video.
I do. I have the entire Ahsoka line order, and I know some people are
good
like,
for
it's so
That's
expensive. I can't, dude. It's like I love those characters so much. And
I wish I could say something, but I've got like 11 of the. I've got either own or I'm getting 11 figures from the line, so it's not like
I got every
short.
single one. Yeah, I know, right? Like, Liam, what is your deal, man? Why you want to look up Baylan Shingard so much?
Hey, you know what? I earned that
Just
one from
research.
earlier. So I earned that one from earlier. So
Yeah.
well, I got an ankle thing. What can I say?
Christian, he's an ankle guy. Christian, I can't do that. That gets thrown out so much, and it bless everybody's hearts because they're just so excited about what they have in their hands. I can't say that until like truly we're at the very end of the year, and maybe
We still got Joker.
We'll do that for our end of the stream. Like, I don't have the Hot Toys Joker in my hands yet. It should ship for me very soon. I don't have, there's stuff I don't have in hand yet that might be better. Who knows?
That have been put. Tech
Bro.
from Bad Batch was an amazing looking figure. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
Tech
lot
would
we
be
haven't
figure
done.
of the year for me. I could just tell you right off the bat one, but it's a great looking figure.
That released a couple weeks ago now, right?
A couple months ago.
A couple
Tech
months ago.
or
Damn,
the Joker? Tech?
No, Tech. Like I forgot
been
to
a
look
minute.
up some
It's been a
reviews of
minute.
him. I want to check him. I'm sure, like
He's
Hong
expensive
Kong.
over in Asia right now. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
really expensive.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm still hoping
Chopper's
we get
gonna be better
announcements
than
from Ahsoka, bro. I want Ezra in his Rebels look from the hologram, and I want
dude.
Kanan from the picture in the Ghost.
Wouldn't that
next
be
to the
that'd be such a
steering.
reach, but it would be amazing.
But that
You're
would be an
reaching for
exclusive.
Hot Toys.
That's an exclusive waiting.
I've seen some custom Kanans, and I'm like so certain that Hot Toys isn't going to do one that I might just go for it.
Yeah,
It's going to be very
Yeah, yeah.
expensive though, because the good clothing for Kanan was done by G Wiz, which their stuff is extremely expensive, but it looks spot on. So
Okay.
yeah, I might bite the bullet. We'll see. Lane, I'm going to pull up the photo. Feel free.
Okay.
I think you had something
Okay.
to say, so we don't
Yeah.
have to.
So I
jump
would
into
just,
it
I
yet.
was just gonna say to you real quick here. I hadn't had a chance to say it to you. Very much congratulations on hitting 5K and everything and stuff,
thanks,
sir.
man.
I just wanted to give you a little round of applause. Of course,
I appreciate
it's
it.
because of everybody like we have in chat and stuff subbing that managed to hit that number. But I know that's maybe not as much as like say when you hit 1K, but hitting 5K in just a couple of years being that your channel is in a very specific niche. I think that's been really good, and I know you've been really working hard with your shorts and like kind of getting back on the
TikTok.
reviews and everything.
I'm on TikTok now, Lane. I've been grinding out TikToks, man.
And I'm guessing you will be doing probably a review video for Baylan that people should keep their eyes out.
So I will say
you gonna
this
do shorts?
for you guys that are channel members. I do plan on doing a couple channel member exclusive videos because I feel like there's figures that I want to talk about, but I know that certain figures are just no one cares to watch the video. So it's like something like that might be good for for channel members, like an exclusive thing for you guys, and you might enjoy just watching a video, a review. Like, so for example, like this Bela Lugosi Dracula, I would love to do a video on that, talk about that, share my thoughts on it. Any older figures I have, so I definitely have stuff planned. Last week I've got a couple of videos partially recorded, like long form videos. Last week I just wanted to enjoy my Thanksgiving break. I'll be honest with you, I was just enjoying it. I'm like, you know what? They'll be okay if I hold off another week. But I got stuff coming, so don't worry, I got stuff planned. But
all right, but anyway,
I appreciate that, Lane. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just a big congratulations, and hey, we're starting with a face. Not even I'm sure the Queen Mother could necessarily love.
I don't know, Lane, but yeah, this is this is really cool, and You know, the funny thing about these figures, the Scorched Xenomorph being one of them, people were already starting to lose faith, guys. We saw it in the chats. We saw it on Facebook. People were like, oh, well, those figures will just join the graveyard. And, like, even, like, with the Resistance figures, you know, with X-23 and you know, Elektra and all of them, Blade, people were like, oh, those will never get announced. And here it is. So definitely really, really excited. This would have been one of the most depressing to the graveyard figures ever for me because I really was excited for this one. So I mentioned this before, and, you know, Mike was like, that's kind of what I don't like about it. But, you know, that's the fun of collecting. What I love, and Mike probably knows what I'm going to say, what I love about the Scorched Xenomorph and the Xenomorphs and Romulus in general, I love that they're animatronics because it gave them the opportunity to make, like, a true, like, creature to where it could crawl on the ground and look creepy as shit. And I will say that with saying that, there still is such a beautiful appeal to the man in the suit, like with Big Chap and the classic Alien Warriors and stuff. So still love those, and Big Chap will always be my favorite Xenomorph. But there's something special in figure form with the Scorched where you can kind of have him like super like hunched down and looking super creepy and pose the tail however you want it. And because, you know, Big Chap, the figure itself, when you pose it, it's very awkward, but it does look like Big Chap looked in the film. So that's nothing really that Hot Toys did. That's just how it is.
And that's why they never let you see him standing up really until like the very, very end, where it does look kind of like a guy in a suit. Kind of.
Right, but like to me, that's what I love about it. That's what I love about this right here is, like, you know, and you have that like kind of more tapered torso that you couldn't really achieve with putting a human being inside of a suit. So I love the look of the Scorched, and I think they did a great job on it. And I saw some people kind of like jumping the gun saying like, oh, well, all those like different colors that we saw on the paint apps at the show, those aren't present. They are. So if you look at some of the actual photos that people took at Secret Base after this was announced, you see all those different little hues in the skin tone and everything. It's a really beautifully done paint job, and like the detail work on the actual sculpting of the figure looks fantastic. Again, they're like, I don't really like this pose, but this is my point. You get my point here. You can have them like crouch down, hunch down, and just kind of manipulate the body a little bit easier because of how the Xenomorphs were done in Romulus. So that's what I really like about it. Of course, I already pre-ordered this. Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. It might just be, and it's the only three of us, so we can certainly, we're just having an open discussion here. But to me, I feel like this one just lends itself better to like dynamic posing and figure form. And I've even seen that with like the NECA set that they did. I've seen some really amazing toy photography photos with the NECA Scorched Xenomorph. Like people are just going nuts with this thing, and like I could just imagine that with this one. And I saw some people.
The only downside though, bro, is the the legs. I think that's called digitigrade when it has that second knee, like the hind legs of a dog, for example.
Right.
That gives it a very small platform for a foot, so it will make this a little bit difficult to stand without either using the tail as a tripod.
That's exactly what I do with Big Chap. Yeah, Big Chap.
Yeah, that's what you do at home.
Sitting on the tail. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I noticed
if you have Resurrection figures, you would know how hard they are too. Like the Resurrection figures have that. But go ahead.
I was going to say, I noticed too, like in a lot of the poses, they have him very much off the platform, so it doesn't surprise me. They're trying to get him to balance properly while having him in a dynamic pose. So we'll see how that actually applies in real life applications. I saw some people commenting on why would they use rubber on the mouth? Like, what other way would they do it to have it to where it looks like moving tissue and allow you to open? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's like, you know, there's really no other way to do that. And to be fair, I was
hoping that recesses, but maybe it is just a stretch material.
Yeah, I mean, so
I don't know if there
obviously
is
I have the Big Chap. Mine hasn't ripped. That's an older figure. I articulate it all the time for fun. I open the mouth, you know, do whatever. I haven't had any issues with that one, so I feel like this one will be okay. Obviously, you can't go crazy. It's at the end of the day, it's rubber. It will rip, so just keep that in mind. Don't go too crazy with it. The one thing that we had mentioned, Mike, that I wanted to bring up is we talked about that would be not surprising at all if they did a swap out like dome for the head like they did. I think you said they did that with NECA as well. And it looks like Hot Toys followed suit, which is really cool. So for those that want to buy multiples and kind of pretend like this is a different Xenomorph and like have their own army, you can now do that, which is really cool. I'm going to have it with the Scorched look because I just think it like kind of adds like a more like realistic look to it with having that damage on the dome, but it's super
adds character to it.
Yeah. Exactly. Any sort of damage or dirt or grime, I always love because
if you're only going to get one, I would definitely like have that on it, that dome to it, because that helps identify it as the Romulus, Xeno. Like since that one is kind of the quote exclusive Xeno too. It's like not exactly, but like the grid alien, because of the damage. That helped identify that alien.
That's how you identify it as this particular one, like a named Xenomorph. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, what's up, Graham, the Jedi Night's Watch, the GOAT himself? What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, if you haven't already, what are you smoking? Check out Graham, the Jedi Night's Watch. And I will say, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this is like the most sus face hugger I've ever seen. The paint job, man. I did not expect the undercarriage to look like that. I don't remember that from the film, I guess, because it was so dark and a lot of the shots the facehuggers were in. But it looks pleasantly gross. I will say that.
Yeah,
it's pleasantly
I will say that. I mean, I don't know if I've seen a thing have tried to give as many unwanted kisses as these guys in Romulus.
Yeah, the characters definitely did a lot of stupid shit to provoke the facehuggers. That's for sure.
This is the part I like, honestly, from what I love the figure the best. And you've heard me how much I hate these bases, for how big they are. But obviously, for the 17-inch figure, which I think height-wise, the guy's about as tall as Garbage. So he's going to be massive.
Is. He's very similar in size. Lane, apparently this is a... oh, jeez, bro. We're bringing on the comment. It's a real nice undercarriage, and Jazzy says the facehugger's time of the month, dude.
Jesus.
Romulus, you brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
Chunker and so many other people. I want Rain too. Andy, I think, man, I feel like I don't know if I would want Rain or Andy more. Maybe Rain just because she's the main character and it makes more sense. But Andy was so good, man.
Yeah,
Andy was so freaking good. I would love to see Andy.
I was all right with Andy. Was not my favorite character.
I loved Andy. Movie. I thought he killed
I really liked Rain quite a bit. Would you? Well, this discussion question for you, both of you guys, when we get to the end of talking about Scorch, just for alien figures in general, possibly.
We're basically at the end, Lane.
Okay. So what I was going to mention is. Mike's not here, but it'll be fine. Would you guys want a figure of the other life form that we get introduced to in this movie?
Are you talking about the?
I'm trying not to give too much in spoilers for.
No, that's not a spoiler at this point. Because all
the final life form,
humanoid, creepy looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could probably answer for Mike. I don't think he would buy that. I don't think he would even.
I don't think I would too. I want the classic Dino, but if they,
I would honestly probably buy it just because it's just funny to me. But
it was a weird decision, and the fact there was actually a guy inside a suit for that creation is even more.
Yeah, that makes it, and like the behind the scenes footage of him standing there like being directed. Yeah, he was super goofy and creepy as hell, but I would probably buy it just because it's funny to me. It's like one of those things like...
It's like the baby alien thing from Resurrection, where you look at
it, and then freaking the clone of Ellen's just crying.
Yeah, that like that kind of monster or something like that. I mean, of all the weird alien things, I wish they would just go back and make a new Predator with better joints. Give me that thing again. I'd buy that in like five.
I would. Let's be real. Anything Predator or Alien, I'm buying. I don't even have to see it. Howard Chunker apparently he's ready to risk it all for Rain. He's ready to give Howard his life, his soul.
Well, I hope you're ready to maybe die because a lot of creepy things came after her.
That is true. We got D-Lo the Collector in the house. What's up, D-Lo? Thank you so much for being here, bro. Guys, if you haven't already, check out D-Lo. He just put up a video on Aragorn. I just got done watching that yesterday, actually. Really good video. Really good to hear his on the InArt Aragorn. Yeah, he just did his video on that, and he seemed pretty excited about it. And, D-Lo is unlike me. Like, I'm very much like, and Graham kind of is on D'Lo's side too with the sculpted hair. I very much want rooted hair everything, and D'Lo's like, you know, I'm gonna give you guys a look at the sculpted hair, and you know, because I don't see enough people covering that, so I think a lot of people appreciate that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really cool video, D'Lo. Thanks for being here, man. Hard. He said hard pass on the other one. We lost Mike. I'm sure I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, me personally, I know myself. Anything alien, like so. Anything alien, anything Predator related, anything like 80s also, like that's like special to me, I'm gonna buy. So like any Terminator stuff Hot Toys does, I'll buy. I will sell off every last Marvel figure in my collection if I have to make room for, you know, if they go really hard on like Terminator and stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, Lane, I think I probably would get him. I don't think in a million years Hot Toys will make that because
no,
so
I think that
would be hilarious. If
well, and just for how awkward this can be to put together,
yeah,
that thing would be even a million times more difficult.
I could just see the comments now, but yeah, it would be a nightmare, you know, getting him to stand up properly and pose and everything.
This thing's going to be enough challenge. We were talking already might be and stuff. So.
But Lane, if for those of us who own the Sideshow General Grievous, I feel like we could pose anything. Because
that is a bit that you are a veteran of weird designs.
Yeah, I feel like we could literally pose anything.
Would you agree, maybe, that this guy, at least for the base, that diorama base is almost like kind of a perfect diorama base where it's not funky rocks or something that makes it really hard to pose the figure on?
It's like, one of the only giant bases that I will approve. I also hate this like baseball diamond shape.
Yeah, that's the part I hate with it.
I hate that too, but this is like one of the only figures where I'm like, okay, this figure's so damn big, and he's gonna be awkward to get in a big like a
and just having the goo and all the stuff and the lighting for it fits perfectly.
Yeah, that orange lighting is classic, like alien aesthetic. By the way, what's up, Eric? Thank you so much for being here, bro. I hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. And of course, D'Lo, I got you, man. As always, thank you for being here once again, and always happy to support any of the boys from the Wolfpack, because you guys are the best. But guys, we're going to move on from the Xenomorph. Again, really, really exciting. I cannot wait to get this one in my collection. Julio, especially after getting the third-party version of her, I'm a little let down by that one. The body is just weird as shit to me. Like, you know, I was going to do a review on that one, and I was like, you know what? I don't even want to waste my time because I'm going to do mods to this right now. So I'm trying to find... I've seen some people doing like the body swap for her with the Fison S17 and stuff. I think, you know, Chunker did it. It's definitely like the closest in proportions, but I hate how like massive her wrists look in comparison to the hands because Present Toys made her hands so small. So I'm still going back and forth with what I'm gonna do about that.
Yeah,
but
man, I think we would all like 2.0s of Ripley and the Colonial Marines from Aliens.
Yeah, I'd be in a lot of trouble if they did. Yeah, you know, Hicks, Vasquez, I'd buy all of them. I'd literally buy all of them.
I'd even buy what was the lieutenant?
Yeah,
man, I'm forgetting. Gorman. Lieutenant
you're talking about the one that sacrificed himself at the end.
Yeah, with that. Yeah, Lieutenant Gorman, who was the leader. Okay. Anyway, this is the number 2 guy.
So yeah, out of nowhere, and Mike is back with us. Perfect timing. Out of nowhere, guys, we got a release of Darth Revan. I've been talking with a friend of mine who has the figure in hand. Unfortunately, he said he had to. He is in Hong Kong, so Hot Toys replacement process. He had an issue with like, and you could kind of see it here on MRC's copy, but my buddy's copy, it was worse. So you see the red kind of cloth piece that hangs down. It's supposed to go straight down, whereas on my buddy's copy, it was like all the way over here. So he reached out to Secret Base. He went there. They let him choose from 2 different bodies, and he had to return what he didn't choose. And he said that he heard there was a lot of QC issues with Revan, so I was definitely a bit disappointed to see that. Apart from that, he looks really, really good. Like, and I was told that the wiring in the hood is pretty nice, which is very important for Revan because, to be honest, I feel like Revan's helmet looks really weird without the hood down. I feel like that completes the look, having that hood like shrouded over the mask. And it's the shape of the mask, right? Just being shrouded with that hood like that. That's the look for Revan right there. There's the red coin. None of us who bought from Sideshow will be getting that coin. We'll be getting the gold coin, but it's just a
if
coin
we got the coin version, yeah.
Oh, I had to get at least the gold coin. I didn't care about spending all this extra money to get the red coin, but he definitely looks really cool. I haven't watched this video yet. Of course, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I just want to see the figure.
Yeah, he looks good. I really like.
I mean,
I watched. It's one of these things where this is the one thing hard that you always run into with, like having non-sculpted figures, where that's a big selling point for the Hot Toys figures is live action whatever. And he's not a trooper, so it's not like you have classic Stormtrooper and we're getting a variant, so you kind of know what to expect and what you compare it to. This, I think the detail on the helmet with this one is dead on. Now, the thing is, this is definitely like the look to this is based off the look from Galaxy of Heroes, that like
the mobile game,
mobile game / this is how his armor translated into Star Wars: The Old Republic.
That's how they avoid
the Jedi
using.
version.
That's how they avoid like not doing the Knights of the Old Republic license, because all of the Black Series figures are all under the Gaming Greats line, so they're all also under the video game as well.
And all the heroes from like Coder are in that game at this point, like Mission and a whole bunch of the characters.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, it is weird though that they didn't use the
but
I guess Star Wars: The Old Republic would be like another reference that they would have for that, and I'm not surprised they didn't license.
Well, that might fall under the general video game license too, but this like the look of this armor is very similar to, they put a like perchable, like for your in-game character, the Jedi version of this, which is basically this exact outfit except it's white armor, it's white robes with the armor.
I have the 3.75 scale version of the Jedi Revan, which is really cool. I mean, in the game, like the detail, and for like if you like, let's say you were to stick the helmet on a non-robe armor piece, like in the game, the back and like the detail is exactly the same. So they base it off the Jedi Revan, which is more detailed than how he looked in some of the other pieces. Yeah, because the breastplate looks really good in there. I love the intricacies to it. I love the weathering, the subtle weathering.
Yeah, the gauntlets and everything, how they have the details.
Yeah. The hood, you could tell in the hood there's a lot of wiring too. You could see it's kind of like standing up on its own.
This is a figure where the cloak really matters. Like, for your Balin's going to look cool without the cloak or with it on, depending on how you do it. So it's not just like this guy, the cloak look around the helmet matters. Like that matters as part of the iconic look of the character. So you had to make sure you put enough around it so that if you put him in. Now, I don't think this guy's like kind of like the Darth Sidious. You're going to be able to, with the legs, do a ton with the dramatic posing of it, just because it's a skirt-ish type of thing that they're wearing.
I don't know. I feel like his skirt's probably a looser material, though. I think he's going to pose just fine. I've seen some photos.
Well, that's not really good light up here.
Really low.
That's not. Good
yeah, I mean, it's going to be the same for all of them, and also like in person, of course, it's going to look brighter. With the USB stuff, I really appreciate that they are including it. I don't light my sabers up anyway.
Yeah,
but it's definitely a welcome thing, and I know a lot of people are utilizing it, so I think it's really cool. And I love that Revan's hilts are so different from each other. Obviously, it's also cool that they both have a different blade color.
What is basically the red one is supposed to be like Fallen Revan, like Sith Lord Revan, and then the purple one is more Jedi Redeemed.
Yeah, and the purple one, that's actually the one that they released in the Black Series line. You can actually get that pretty inexpensively in one-to-one scale, which is pretty cool.
What's funny is that lightsaber hilt was originally like a leveling lightsaber hilt you could get in Star, because that's actually from originally Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah.
Like when it first launched, that was a lightsaber hilt you could get. Like there were just a couple different ways it was drops before you could long before you could actually transmog like the look or something. They put it out. Now it costs like $20 to buy it to get the look. But that was taken, and that kind of became the canon.
$20
canon lightsaber for it. Yeah, that became the kind of canon lightsaber for like Jedi, like Coder era Revan becoming redeemed.
Yeah, it seems like they've taken bits and pieces as the years have gone on, and like you said,
I love
this is kind of like an amalgamation. Yeah, this is really cool. I wanted to share this. It's funny because I posted this in the Discord, and quite a few people were like mad at it. Like they were saying like, "Oh, I think it's a stupid casting." I think this is cool. I think this is awesome. And I personally think like if you take like what the Star Wars: The Old Republic unmasked look that we see him look like, the closest resemblance to a real life person is Keanu. That's my personal opinion.
Look like him. Yeah.
I think it's really cool. This photographer had some fun with it. Love that he put the Star Wars: The Old Republic branding on there. It's just really dope to me. But yeah, this looks great, man. I mean, it's like I almost want to like hunt down. I'm sorry about that. I almost want to like hunt down a second head sculpt. This guy took some amazing photos. I'm sorry.
You really this makes me really want to see more Coder figures get made. Give me, even if not like, I'm not going to get like super excited for Cartho Nasty because he's a normal human guy. But if you gave me Zalbar, you gave me Mission Veho, you gave me Canderous Ordo, although I would want him probably as Mandalore, the Redeemer from Knights of the Republic.
I mean, I don't know how deep they're going to go. I think right now what they're probably going to do is focus on big name characters. Like we got Revan, we got
they did Lars Starkiller. That guy's like super niche.
And that's the other one. Like I feel like that one's probably on the horizon. I really want a Starkiller with a Sam Witwer head sculpt and everything. So I'm really hoping for that. But anything Old Republic, any from like Republic Commando, we're all here for.
To vote with probably more likely. If, like, let's say they tried to do something kind of like this maybe for next summer or something, or in the next couple of years, I think most likely we would see, because this is obviously based on aesthetic look that they think would help sell too, Darth Nihilus, who's the big,
Darth Nihilus would be really cool. Darth Malik.
Yeah, Malik could be.
Scion would be cool.
Yeah. Scion, I'm a little bit less on necessarily. They would do
HK-47. What's up, by the way, Beskar?
Yeah.
HK-47, that's a great idea.
That's
especially because you got Revan.
Yeah, that's a pre-order day one.
Yeah.
Of all the characters of the old thing, Darth Nihilus is my top one that I want, because I just think he is, other than Revan, the coolest looking design from all the Knights of the Old Republic stuff, that era.
Yeah.
2, I want HK. 3, I want Bastila. Like, those are the 3 characters.
I would probably put Bastila over HK, but yeah, HK would definitely be really dope. By the way, what's up, Beskar Kid? What's up? There's a couple other people that hopped in here. Clinton Martin, Indiana Bones. Indiana Bones says, I hope we get Han Solo early. Me too, man. Anything Star Wars related, I'll take it anytime.
You mean your 15, you probably over the next 2 or 3 months, all your 12 other Ahsoka figures won't keep you busy?
Dude, I did not pre-order all those, man. What are you talking about? Eric is in the house. Eric says I don't know why I said Eric is in the house. Just ignore me, Eric. Jesus. You already said hi earlier. Eric says more Old Republic figures. Yeah, I'm game for, like I said, anything Star Wars video games, especially. And in the Battlefront stuff, I've always been a big fan of the Battlefront announcements. Kyle Katarn from Jedi Academy, that would be really cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff they could do. I think the immediate video game one that's very surprising they haven't done, and I think they probably will eventually, is Cal Kestis. Like, it's very surprising.
Yeah. Especially since they now did they might do a couple Purge Troopers. We'll see. Yeah. We definitely know, obviously, the Commander's coming, but even if they just put out another one, it'd be really shocking that they don't at least put out a Cal. Even if it's not till whenever the 3rd game in the trilogy comes out, which is going to be kind of the last shot.
We'll see. We'll see. But we're going to move on because, we have a lot of topics
to talk about.
And we're going to pace ourselves. But yeah, Revan's really dope. Glad to see him released early. I hope we get to see more early releases so people can get this stuff.
Look at just the scratches, though, and detail and the battle damage. Okay. But here was the most recent thing to come running over us today.
Yeah, so this one is really interesting. I'm going to find the best photo of his face.
As you're saying, this guy helped kill your value for your
exclusive? No, it's not even that. It's just... So this one's very interesting because, we got the very limited endgame version, which is very similar. It's still the stealth suit. There's some different aspects to it. It doesn't come with the light blue and silver shield. It comes with the regular red and blue shield. And it has the crushed Thanos gauntlet after he used the stones, but excuse me. This one's very interesting because why so soon? Why do a limited figure and then drop this one? It's very interesting. It's very interesting the choice they made with this one. Well, that being said, I think it looks pretty good. I don't think it's perfect though. I do like the head sculpt. I've seen some people like heavily dissecting the head sculpt on Facebook and stuff, and there's definitely some inaccuracies to it, but I overall think it's the best Chris Evans sculpt we've seen from Hot Toys for sure. I think it looks pretty good. I think maybe for me, I think the hair maybe needs to be adjusted a little bit.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think it's a good looking figure. I think it's really exciting for especially for those who passed on the original like 2-pack stealth suit from Winter Soldier and wanted an upgraded one and missed out on the endgame version. I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of people to get one in hand without spending all that money. So that's pretty cool. I'm very torn on it because I definitely don't need the endgame one and this one. So it's either I sell the endgame one and get this one, or I just don't get this one and keep the endgame one. So I'm a bit torn on what I'm going to do. There's something that's motivating me to want to get this one instead. And we're going to talk about it very shortly. So, Tom, really the main differences are like, you get a newer head sculpt with this one. The swap out mouth plates for the helmeted sculpt are a little bit different. But also, again, I mentioned earlier, the shield, the way the shield that you get, there's a regular red and blue shield with the endgame version, whereas this one you get the actual stealth suit shield that he comes with. Also, the endgame version has that crushed Thanos gauntlet. So a lot of it really depends on what you're going for in your display. I think the endgame price is going to go down quite a bit because now everybody has an opportunity to get an updated version.
It's not too bad on the price too. Only being
no, I mean this one's $280 on Sideshow. I think the biggest miss on this one, I think some of these mouth plates are awful. Like I'll show you.
Yeah, the one.
This one is awful.
Yeah, he looks more like U.S. agent from Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That looked more like when he was crunching his face.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I think it looks pretty bad. I think it's a really like his nose, the shape of his nose being tipped down like that, the teeth.
That's the closest that is the closest we will ever get to that Ant-Man sculpt, Paul Rudd Ant-Man sculpt being on Chris Evans' face.
Yeah. No, for sure, Dirk. He definitely looks different now. I think the sculpt's good. I mean, a lot of people, like I said, they were really dissecting it. I don't think it's that serious for me. I do like the head sculpt. It's not perfect, but I think it looks pretty dang good. And it's definitely the best Chris Evans likeness I think they've done yet. Yeah, he looks like he got caught. I don't know. I don't get it, man. I don't get the decision here with this one.
Yeah.
I honestly, if I'm being honest with you, the only one I like is the neutral mouth. I know some people probably like the middle one because he does kind of make that face, but the last one that you lost me on that one. Yeah, again, the head sculpt looks pretty good. You got rolling eyeballs. That's definitely a huge plus, and I like that the chin strap actually pops off when you put the mouth plate in. I think that's cool, so it actually looks a bit more realistic.
New shield.
Newly developed shield with 2 different display options. I don't know if that means new display options, but it definitely looks really good. I love the weathering. I love the vibrancy. That's the one thing that's like pulling me towards this one. I love this stealth suit shield with the blue. It just looks really unique and different. Thrawn's office dropping a $5 super chat. Thrawn says, "Sorry, boys, I don't know what happened, but it appears someone replaced my internet connection with their ass." Well, hopefully they didn't actually replace it with their ass. Hopefully you can make it back in. If not, it's okay, dude.
Ass ISS. That's always going to be. we guarantee you the butt end of the internet speeds.
Right. We appreciate you though. Thank you so much. You're too kind.
Yeah.
I hope you get it figured out because of course we'd love to have you back on with us. Yeah, the third faceplate is really rough, and as Payton points out, there is a new magnetic base. So this is another chance for somebody to prove that they know how to do a magnetic base. Honestly, the InArt ones, I haven't been impressed. Especially the one with the Joker. My Joker has fallen over countless times. Superman so far is good. He hasn't fallen over. But Caustic Plastic, they've been doing magnetic bases for a long time, and they're the only ones that have done them properly. So hopefully Hot Toys has listened to feedback towards other companies, and maybe they put an entire magnetic plate in there. Who knows? The base is sick, though. I really do love the base. I love the shield logo. That's really cool.
This is probably, I would say, for just being like not like we're talking about with the diorama or something with the Scorch we were looking at, but just being kind of a standard regular base. I wish we got some that looked cool like this, just kind of that for Star Wars figures instead of just the usual, hey, this is on some spaceship like area.
Yeah, and it's not too big. I like the size of it. I like the layout. It's a basic square, but it looks really good. I love the nameplate. The nameplate looks really dope. So I'm all for it. I think it looks cool.
This one is just hard for me because I feel like the timing for this one, if they had waited a little bit to put out this one, so like maybe after they got out the Deadpool, like rest of the Resistance. I mean, this one's ready to go, so they're going to put it out. But I feel like this one could get impacted a little bit just for in the things that have been coming for people. This is just kind of like, is this another standalone kind of one or something? Well, like for Marvel, we're waiting for the rest of the line.
So Lane, since you brought it up, and we have a comment here from Big Dog Pound about it. This is like kind of how I wanted to end out the discussion on this cap. Do we think now that Artisan Winter Soldier is coming? And I think, Lane, I think that Hot Toys has probably had this on their minds forever. They see the comments. They know people have been asking for it. They know all the pleather issues with the original. So
yeah.
I definitely think they're going to do a new Winter Soldier, and I certainly think it won't just be an Artisan. I think they'll do a sculpted counterpart as well, because that's going to be a hot seller for them. So when I mentioned earlier, wanting to possibly sell the Endgame version for this one, that would be my motivating factor, is the fact that I can pair this version with the Winter Soldier. So
would it be similar height if there's height differences, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, they didn't show a side-by-side with the Endgame version, probably because they're not very different. They showed it with the classic stealth suit, which I'll pull up that photo while we're talking about it. It makes
that's really old.
Obviously look really old. Yeah, it makes it look very outdated.
It's so baggy.
Not that we needed them side by side, but you could see the difference. Like the proportions, sculpt, everything. Huge difference. But I definitely think an Artisan Winter Soldier is on the horizon. I think it's just too obvious. It's it feels like money maker for them.
Yeah, since they put out since we had the Black Widow earlier this year for Iron Man 2, which kind of came out where that one popped out. I think Winter Soldier, if whether they do an Artisan version or not, or they just do a 2.0 with sculpted hair.
Yeah.
It feels like there's going to be a Winter Soldier 2.0.
I think so. And sorry, Peyton is right. Artisan Black Widow also has a magnetic base. I completely forgot about that. So this will be the second one with a magnetic base. Thank you for correcting me on that, Peyton. I completely forgot that she had the magnetic one.
But it'd be cool.
Yeah, Peyton says the middle faceplate is... Yeah, I mean, it definitely... the middle one is certainly an expression that Chris Evans has made throughout the films. I just don't care for it. I much rather have him looking stoic, or even with this one. The stealth suit, to me, it deserves the head sculpt. I really like the head sculpt on the stealth suit. So this right here is how I would display mine if I end up getting this one over the Endgame version that I have. But yeah, for me, it's the neutral mouth plate for the helmeted version for sure is the one I prefer. But I don't hate the middle one. I just don't think it's very good. I don't know. It's just something about it I don't like. Big Dog Bounce says, I want this Captain America, but will they do a rooted hair version? I don't see it for Cap because his hair is so short. And I know they did it for Tom Holland, but the way that this hairstyle was in this film, it's very slicked back, as you could see. So I don't see them doing Artisan for this one, but who knows where the technology will go in the future. You never know. You never know. But yes, I'm going to pull up a poll for this. Yeah, I'll never say never. I'm going to put up a poll for this, though, guys. Let's see. Instead of are you getting this cap, we'll do will Hot Toys do an Artisan Winter Soldier? I want to see what people have to say about this. Do they think it's possible? Like I said, I certainly think it's on the horizon. I think it's just inevitable. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. So please vote in the poll, and then we'll take a look back at it in a little bit. Guys, we have 57 people watching. Please, if you haven't already, consider dropping a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Do I think Winter Soldier is around the corner? I do. I think it's about time, It's been a while. It's been years since the original Winter Soldier came out. There's been multiple Winter Soldiers, but we know the Civil War one is what everybody wants. And I think it's just a matter of time. But I think now with a new figure for this license being announced, I think that's a great sign. So it was kind of like Han Solo, the Return of the Jedi Han Solo being announced. Once we saw that being announced, we're like, okay, you know, they're going to do some more original trilogy stuff. So I definitely think it's going to be sooner than later.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca, he's amazing. I cannot wait for that one. And another thing I want to add, if I could have chosen one cap for them to redo, I probably would have chosen the first Avenger look. That would have been really cool. Or like have him with like the brown leather jacket and the Thompson, like that one needs to be redone. It's been a long time since they've done that one, so I feel like they should have redone that one because that one has a lot of issues with pleather and like the shield paint peeling off because those older shields have that issue. Yeah, I hope they do another one of that one day. I really want that one. Sean says, I already ordered this 2.0 cap. I think we will see an Artisan Black Widow from the Winter Soldier. I don't see an Artisan Winter Soldier, but I feel the 2.0 Winter Soldier is coming. That's fair. I just feel like the Winter Soldier's hair is too good not to do the wool implantation. I could see it happening for sure, and I think they will. But like I said, I think they'll do both. I think it'll be a multi-SKU thing where they do the sculpted and the rooted, and then they'll make a ton of money, and everybody will be happy. Chunker says, I wish they made the museum suit look. Yeah, that would have been cool. There's a lot more options for Cap that they could have done, considering they already did basically this suit a year ago, but I think a lot of people are still very happy because they want to get an updated version of their original, or like I said, they didn't get the new version. They've been waiting for this look. I think a lot of people will be happy about it. So, yeah, I do think Artisan Winter Soldier is on the horizon, guys. We'll just have to wait and see. We're not going to spend basically any time on this at all, guys. This next one.
This is what I think it is.
So what was that, Lane? It was
just what I think it is.
It is what you think it is. So we're not going to spend literally any time on this at all, guys. So don't click off and say, oh, they're talking about the... I literally just wanted to let you guys know that this is limited to 3,000. The Iron Patriot, we talked about this last week. That's another reason why we're not going to talk about it, really. This is limited to 3,000 worldwide. There is an event coming up, which we're briefly going to talk about here very shortly, and I think that's where this will be officially released, and then, of course, Sideshow will get it probably around the same time. So this has been officially announced. Again, we talked about it last week, but we get to see, like, the swap-out multicolored parts, which is really cool. Swap out.
I think this figure looks amazing.
It's really cool. It's not for me, but, like, you know, Mike said, like, he has, like, a USA type setup because he was in the military, so this is going to look really cool in a situation like that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and probably get it because I just love this thing. Except then I'm going to Norman Osborn like William Dafoe head sculpt.
I feel like because this is technically Norman Osborn, I feel like you have to display it that way. But
yeah,
yeah, really cool. Like I said, very brief. I do love the display base. That's really dope. It reminds me of like years ago I had these Adidas shoes and they were red.
And they did show this like you were talking about with the attachment, how you're going to attach the shield.
And it is magnetic. Yeah, it actually is magnetic, which is really cool. That's what I was hoping for because it's die cast. So definitely really cool. Like I said, not for me. I love how it looks, but I got to chill with the Iron Man. I have so many Iron Man, and, you know, I'm chilling. So definitely really cool, guys. Once we get information, if you're in the Facebook group, we'll post up drop information as it comes out. So
we should be probably looking the next couple of weeks. There might be like a first look or something like that of it coming.
I think so. This, I don't know how many people actually care about this. I kind of do because I really enjoyed the first season of this show, but Hot Toys dropped a teaser of Squid Game stuff. And I know everybody's like, oh, it's just Cost Babies. But I feel like when you make an announcement post like this that you got the license, I feel like they're going to do at least like the main character. I would like to see like one of the soldiers or like the front man would be really cool with that like geometric mask, which is really dope. This is really random, though. It's really random. I didn't expect this. But yeah, Hot Toys has been doing a lot of Netflix stuff, Lane. Because I think Arcane is Netflix, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With League
so they've been diving into the Netflix stuff, so it doesn't surprise me that they had this convo and made it happen. I think this would sell very well. At least, maybe not here as much, but I think there's enough fans in the U.S. that would buy this because it was a very popular show, the first season was, and the second season comes out this month.
It's an interesting, but like they did Arcane. They, you know, last year and a half, they did League of Legends. So yeah, they are starting to branch out into some other things that are just not the usual treadmill of MCU, Marvel, and Star Wars, which is good. I think this is good for their company that they're not a ton, but they are dipping their toe here and there. Like if you're a big League of Legends fan now with Arcane like Jinx,
yeah,
because there's a multiverse. There's a whole bunch of different timelines and figures. Now you might see where you could build a little bit of a collection of monster scale figures. If you like that license over time, you might see pop up.
It makes me sad though, Lane, because I think The Witcher is a Netflix property, right?
Yeah.
So it makes me sad that they didn't jump.
Someone else had the license, I think, for that though.
Unfortunately, it's 3-0, yeah, and that one didn't turn out too well. But yeah, this is really cool. I'm excited to see what they do. I think at the very least they'll do the main character.
It is always possible, at least for maybe Asian markets. If for the Henry Cavill Geralt, you could perhaps one day see like J&D, since they're doing, or they've done, a third scale statue of him. It's always possible for their Kojin. I mean, that's just like wild speculation, but it is always possible for Asian markets. They could maybe do a Geralt someday if his statue is decently popular.
Maybe. I feel like, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I feel like right now, I feel like The Witcher's kind of dead because, Liam Hemsworth took over the role and no one really cares.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just saying it's always possible, like, if you were looking for one to scale where you might get more the detail or style that you'd be looking for of, like, maybe Cavill, Geralt. Right. That is something that perhaps could be.
It would be cool. It would be cool. I don't have very much faith in Kojin. Honestly,
he'd be $800 or something ridiculous.
The only thing that kind of I'm on the fence about with Kojin is the fact that they did the Quidditch version of Harry Potter. I'm still undecided. I might end up grabbing that. I'm not sure, but
yeah,
yeah, I mean, that would be cool, sneaky. Yeah, like the soldier or the front man or like the main character. That would be really cool. I don't know if I would 100% get it, but it would definitely intrigue me, and that pink really pops. Lane, the Mark III DeLorean will be. This is just how they did the DeLorean when the Mark II came out.
Yeah.
They had an announcement saying, for those of you guys that are local, get ready. If you're doing pickup, we have options for shipping and local delivery and everything like that. So I believe towards the end of December, this post said the Mark III DeLorean will be releasing. I do have this on pre-order with Off the Racks. I wish Blitzway would have announced their DeLorean first so I could decide what I was doing, because I don't have space for this and what Blitzway is doing. So I might get this, and then Blitzway does like a full die-cast Mark I DeLorean, and I just have to have it. Who knows? But as right now, I have this on pre-order. This is really cool to see. It's the Mark III, and it comes with both the white wall tires and the train wheels, which is obviously really cool. And the the Part 3 figures are so freaking cool, so I'm excited to add this one to the collection. It's going to be tough to kind of squeeze it in the space I have for it, but I think I'll make it work. And yeah, so this is coming soon.
This one. I like that one where you don't necessarily, if you didn't want to, where you won't have the transformation stuff, so you probably won't have to worry about
probably a lot less issues, though, Lane. I can still see people breaking stuff, swapping out the wheels, so hopefully they put metal rod ends to avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
Big Dog Pound says Hot Toys needs to get the Stranger Things. Dude, trust me, I have all the 3-0 Stranger Things figures, and as much as I love having representations in the collection, those figures, definitely some of their worst figures, unfortunately.
Just to answer Indiana Bones' question here, I can take this one. Yeah. Which is better, 3-0 Star Ace is garbage.
Yeah, 3-0 is better by a long shot.
Yeah, 3-0, where they can struggle with their human figures. All you have to do is look at one of their Transformers figures.
Transformers, the Fallout power armor suits are incredible.
They're just good at mecha
Rambo, all of their Rambo figures have been very good. A lot of the Walking Dead stuff was pretty decent. A lot of the Game of Thrones was pretty decent. Not all of it was spot on, but some of it was very good. So I don't know, 3-0 is definitely a much better company overall.
Star Ace is garbage.
And their prices are better than Star Ace. Star Ace is charging Hot Toys pricing for the Bois figures and stuff, and it's just laughable. So it's funny, Julio, that you bring this up. Julio says, do you guys think Hot Toys will drop something out of this world by the end of this year? Maybe something nostalgic. So, Lane, I brought this up. The Tokyo Comic-Con is coming up, and Hot Toys is going to have a booth there. So on December 6th, this coming Friday to December 8th on Sunday. So this event's coming up, guys. So we already know that this Iron Man will be dropping at this event. So everybody's like, woo, yeah, but this might be an opportunity for us to get the announcements for the Jungle Hunter Predator, the clean Terminator T-800, or maybe Julio, like you're saying, some nostalgic stuff for them to pull out some stuff that they have in the tank. So I'm excited to see if they do anything. A Comic-Con is usually a pretty big event, so I feel like Hot Toys is definitely going to show some prototypes. What I wanted to ask you guys is, like, what do you, and this is a question for the chat, of course, as well, like, what would you like to see be shown off or maybe teased at this event? Another thing that I could definitely see happening are the remaining Resistance members that we haven't seen. I could see those being shown off at this event. So Blade, Elektra, Gambit, I could see those being showed in this event. So I'm excited to see what it brings. Again, a Comic-Con is a big event. So Hot Toys having a booth there, they spent a lot of money on it. They're going to want to show off. So maybe the 2022 Batmobile will get brought out again. Who knows? Maybe the Catwoman from 92 from Batman Returns. Maybe we'll see that, or maybe we'll see the Penguin. You never know. You know, Hot Toys definitely is going to do a Catwoman. They're going to bring it out. So, but yeah, guys, in the chat, feel free to throw it. Like, what do you think Hot Toys is going to bring out here? What about you, Lane? Anything particularly in the back of your mind? We're like, I could see Hot Toys maybe showing this off, maybe busting this out of the vault.
Like older figure types, or maybe do an update. I definitely could see the clean T800. What?
I think maybe Julio. Maybe you meant the clean T800.
T800.
Yeah. Maybe did I say T1000? I don't know. I thought I said T800. But yeah, the clean T800. I think that one's gonna pop up. That one's definitely gonna go up on pre-order. There's no way they're not gonna put that one up.
Yeah, he said T800.
I thought so. Dutch. That's a good one. That's a good one because they technically did have some of Dutch's weapons on that display base for the Jungle Hunter that they showed. So
Dutch would be cool.
Dutch would be sick.
Then, like
Star
Dutch
Wars,
is
like I don't know.
Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is a little bit harder for me to predict. But I mean, I guess because we are at the end, maybe and this is super speculation. Maybe this could be where they pull out just before the end of the year and maybe anniversary, where it may not go to pre-order till early next year, but they might show like an episode 1 figure. And I'm not talking about Jar Jar Binks. I mean, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, maybe.
Yeah. Artist and Qui-Gon would be sick because that hair is awful.
I just don't think they're going to do another Qui-Gon.
A New Hope 2.0. I don't think so either. A New Hope. It's still a great figure. Young. Moose, don't get our hopes up. I wish, man. That'd be so cool.
If they would do I never put it past, because a lot of times, we see this stuff pop up in groups from different companies, similar characters. J&D finally just had come out like for release that Indiana Jones and Junior and Senior from Last Crusade.
Yeah.
So it is always possible that you could see like a Last Crusade. I'm not saying a Sean Connery one. I don't necessarily see that.
That would be really cool.
But Harrison
Sean Connery figure would be really cool.
With
Julio, I will say this. That's kind of a myth with Jack Nicholson, because there's other companies like in smaller scales that have done 89 Jokers recently. So
he's like, really expensive though.
Right, they're going to pay a lot. Hot Toys is absolutely going to do another 89 Joker. They're going to do it. It's a matter of when. Who knows? That's not a bad idea. Blade 2.0, that would be sick, David. I don't know if they would show that right now because they're doing Blade from Deadpool and Wolverine, but that would be really sick. I would definitely be down
for that. Give me Blade 2 Blade, and I would be all... If they could do him in, like...
Padawan, I like these. Padawan Kenobi.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking episode 1 most likely.
Queen Amidala.
Amidala would be great.
Sean is clearly talking about the Artisan Winter Soldier here. Sean said a big Marvel announcement that people want and no one sees.
I just feel like if they're going to do an episode 1, like even just show, like this is kind of the last big event where they might do that, where you could actually kind of show it, and then maybe by the end of the year or early January, before you have Chinese New Year hit in, where it would go up for pre-order. I don't know.
Scarecrow and the remaining live action Batman and Robin figures, we're still waiting on those to be announced. I'm definitely picking those up.
For all the Dark Knight trilogies they've done, where you were talking about Qui-Gon, I just really like Liam Neeson, Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, I want another Jim Gordon, but I did hear apparently figures of him are not going to happen because of licensing. Gary Oldman doesn't want to give his likeness, which is really sad because Gary Oldman also played Sirius Black, which is like a figure I really wanted InArt to do. So this makes me sad. Yeah, I could definitely see them pull this one out for sure. Hot Toys is going to do a 92 returns, Cat.
Well, she's in that cycle, like, you know, a few years ago, Ledger Joker was, where it's like everybody put out a figure, you know, a figure or a statue of it, where that's how it works a lot. You start seeing different companies do it over a year or two period, and with Jazz Inc. doing theirs, and there's been like 3 or 4 different statues that have come out of her the last like 2 years. I would, if they don't do her, I will be very shocked. Like, I'd be like, what are you guys doing?
Right.
You know, kind of.
I agree. Hot Toy Collector says, with artisan products on a hype now and the imminent release of an artisan Winter Soldier, my dream of Hot Toys is doing a artisan Nebula could not be. Are you talking about like the What If with the blonde wig, or the blonde hair rather? That would be
cool.
Yeah,
where she got more of a like kind of 60s spy look kind of to her.
I don't know how many people would buy that. Probably very little, but it would be cool to see. I feel like What If is definitely not, those figures I don't think did very well. But,
well, I mean, it literally has that line had literally the first figure that we know of ever being.
Would be so sick, man.
Yeah, that line had literally the first figure we've ever seen just get outright canceled.
Yeah,
with the Iron Man, the race car Iron Man.
Yeah, that was probably for good, because you probably would have sold that one, Lane. That would have been on the.
I had him on pre-order.
Yeah, that would have been on the.
Boy, talk about another thing where we're mentioning Star Race and Junkie.
Yeah, we're not gonna spend. Again, another thing we're not going to spend any time on because we got one last big topic. But, God, Asmus Toys, they've done some decent stuff. You know, they were carrying Lord of the Rings for years, and then, you know, InArt came in and obviously crapped on them with everything and made everything better. And I have the Asmus Ash Williams Luxury Edition set, and I love that set, but it was not without its issues. But lately, Asmus has just been really messing up, man. Like, this head sculpt, I know it's like a really crappy angle, but you could very clearly see here, this looks nothing at all like Kurt Russell. Like, it needs work. It needs a lot of work. That looks
like and then like emaciated Kurt Russell or something there.
Yeah, and it's like, this is such a sought-after license, because the only other Escape from New York figure, the licensed one at least, is from Sideshow, and that one's old, and everybody's paying all this money for it, so I don't know. And then, like, I don't trust them doing the rooted hair either, to be honest with you. I don't know what at all experience they have with that. And then, like, the Ace Ventura that they just showed, that head sculpt is awful as well. So it's like, I don't know what's going on over at Asmus. They've shown that they could do decent head sculpts. I actually personally liked the Ash Williams head sculpt. I know a lot of people said they liked the Sideshow one more. I didn't agree with that. I actually thought it looked just like Bruce Campbell, but I don't know. I can't really get on board with this one. I think it looks pretty damn bad. I don't know. I hope that they redo it. I hope this is very early. I don't know. It's definitely not just an angle thing, though. Like, you can very clearly see, like, the cheekbones and the eyes and everything are just very off. That's not Snake Plissken. It's a Snake Plissken. It is. Apparently, this is supposed to be Kurt Russell. And you know what's funny? I was defending the Mondo sculpts, and it's not like people were, like, universally crapping on them, but I saw quite a few people saying, like, they didn't think the Mondo sculpts looked like Kurt Russell. I think they look way more like Kurt Russell than this. I think Mondo actually did a fairly decent job with their head sculpt, so that just goes to show you, man. Kurt Brussels Sprout. I don't know what this is, dude. It's a shame. It's a great film, and this is a classic. And this is a very sought-after IP that a lot of people want a figure of, so don't disrespect Roddy Piper like that. No. Speaking of Roddy Piper, I cannot wait for that Nada from They Live figure from Mondo. Definitely is going to require some modifications, I can already tell, but I did pre-order the luxury, I'm saying luxury edition, the web version of that one.
You're starting to break up on me. I think my internet's having some problems.
No, Lane, don't die on us. Not like last stream when we all died. Movie canon. Gio says, Connor, no spoilers. Did you watch a Skeleton Crew? If so, did you like it? I haven't seen it yet myself. I have not watched it. I've seen a lot of people throwing around the Space Goonies, so that sounds exciting to me. I'm going to go into it with an open mind. I generally like a lot of the Star Wars shows. You guys know I wasn't a huge fan of The Acolyte. I actually did not like it at all. But I think I'll enjoy it. I think it's just going to be a fun time from what I've heard, so I definitely will watch. I just didn't have a chance to last night and today, so I'll be watching at some point today or tomorrow. So I'm excited to check it out. I heard it's just a fun time, and I'm just glad that there's more Star Wars, you know, so. And it doesn't seem like it's taken itself too seriously from what I heard, so I'm excited to check it out. But yeah, this is very interesting. It looks like we lost Lane. Look at that. We get more viewers when Lane leaves. Guys, we're going to move on to the last big topic of the night. I'm not going to share who gave me this list, but it is someone very trusted, someone who has given us lists in the past that were very reputable, and a lot of the stuff came true. So, as always, guys, I'm going to put my warning on here. Because you don't go tell your buddies, dude, Hot Toys Hotline confirmed it. This stuff is happening. This is what's, you know, this is all just for fun. This is speculation. This was shared with me randomly today, and I was like, I'm going to share it on stream with my friends. So, guys, this is specifically about InArt. So, we're talking about InArt possible releases, announcements, what have you. So, first off, the Christian Bale. We already kind of assumed this. The Christian Bale Dark Knight figure that they're doing. I'm pretty sure they said it would be Dark Knight, not Batman Begins. It's not going to come with an armory. I know it's not a shocker. InArt hasn't done too much diorama stuff, at least, you know. I mean, they did it with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker and the other Joker, but generally speaking, they do like planar bases and stuff, so it doesn't surprise me. I think we're all fine with that. The Bois, apparently, they were considering getting the Bois license and doing the Bois figures. They're no longer doing that. I think a lot of us probably aren't super upset about that because we know Blitzway is doing them, so I trust that Blitzway will do a great job. The head sculpts they showed and the Billy Butcher figure they showed looked very good. So whenever they end up bringing that up and showing the full announcement for the figures and stuff, I'm excited to check those out because I sold my third-party ones preemptively knowing that Blitzway is going to be doing them eventually. So I'm not too upset about that. DC, apparently they have 3 figures planned for next year. Aquaman has been canned. Shocker, I know. Penguin, I asked my buddy. He said the Penguin, should be the 92 Penguin. So that's very interesting. I don't know if I need them to do the 92 Penguin because Jazz Inc., they seem like they're hitting the ground and running with their Penguin. They've been showing some mock-ups and everything, and then Yost has been throwing up posts about the different expressions and everything. And it's looking very promising. Just like, you know, the Catwoman looks great. And, you know, Yost just showed an updated custom body for her. So I don't know if I need them to do Penguin. I would maybe rather prefer Colin Farrell Penguin. I feel like, you know, there's no officially licensed one of that. Why not? So, of course, it very much could be a Colin Farrell Penguin. We don't know. Whenever I share this info with you guys, you always know some of it's very vague. So that is obviously clearly very vague.
Well, I mean, yeah, some of these and stuff on there too, like DC.
Right, just random stuff thrown in. Bruce Lee, that is obviously, John has mentioned Bruce Lee a couple times. I'm hoping it's either that Enter the Dragon look with the blue pants, or the classic like yellow and black tracksuit look. That would be really
cool. Oh, yellow and both of those are really good. But I would, Game of Death like tracksuit. I think that might be the.
It just pops so much, and it's so classic, and it also reminds me of Kill Bill because that's where that look was inspired from. Obviously, from.
So, do you think the 3 figures? So, Penguin, probably that Catwoman, and probably Batman, Bale. Or
I would say
be on top of those.
I know they had Wonder Woman on their docket. So maybe one of them is Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. I don't know. That's what we've told you so many times about InArt, guys. It's so unpredictable what they're going to do with it.
And we're kind of caught right now, especially with DC for like the movie license stuff, because we're kind of at the intermittent point because we haven't even had the gun stuff, which is not going to start till like, you know, the summer or spring next year, which could be maybe that could be one of the DC. They're going to do the DC new Superman or something like that.
Well, considering this is being planned now, who knows? I mean, I know they get early concept art and stuff. I feel like it's probably for existing DC stuff.
Yeah, probably. But I'm just saying for figure.
Yeah, I know. I get you're not in the wrong realm of thinking. Also, this one hurts. Apparently, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker is being released before Chinese New Year. That means I won't see it for a bit, obviously, because, I mean, people still haven't gotten the Batman. Me. But apparently the Joaquin Phoenix Joker is being released. I have not seen the second film. I don't know if I want to because I love the first film so much. And everybody's telling me not to and don't taint my memory of the film. I did get the 4-pack, which I'm still very excited for. Like, honestly, like, that's such a beautiful set, and it tells the story of the character so well with those different looks. I'm still very excited for it, but yeah, I haven't seen the second film. I've been holding off because I'm like debating if I want to watch it or not. I'm debating on. I probably will, and it's not like if I watch the second film, I'm gonna cancel it because you still have that memory, right? You still have that enjoyment of like I saw this movie in the theater. I really loved it. I love this, So, but I'll watch it eventually. I just couldn't bring myself to see it in theaters and just be that let down in theaters. Just couldn't. Again, something else very vague. The first diecast product. Don't know what. Nothing else to say about that. This is very exciting. Zendaya's character and Fade from
Shawnee.
Shawnee. Sorry, I don't know why I just said Zendaya's character. Shawnee and Fade would be really cool. Obviously, Fade was technically like the main antagonist from the second film, even more so than his uncle, the Baron. And I thought he was really cool. Do I need a figure of him necessarily? No, but I would definitely be kind of tempted if it turns out really nice, because I love Dune. I really do.
Yeah, I don't find that completely surprising, since like just Prime One just teased they're going to do a 3rd scale statue of him to go with the Paul 1/3 scale from Dune 2.
Yeah, I mean, and it would definitely be really cool to see him in 6 scale form. He's definitely got a really unique character design. It would be interesting to see because he's obviously shirtless in part of the film, so we'll see. I'm sure they'll do the armored version of him, but I would definitely be on board depending on how it looks. But definitely Shawnee for sure. Shawnee is one that I definitely want to see. She's very intrinsic to the story. If you've seen the second Dune film, Fade is no more, so... there wasn't that much to him. He was definitely a really fun character, but Shawnee is definitely much higher on the list for me, and I would love her to go with Paul Atreides, because I do have Paul in pre-order. Had to get the exclusive with the mouse. Had to. That's okay, Eric. With every film, there's always going to be a different interpretation depending on the watcher, and who knows? Maybe I'll watch it and I won't hate it that much, but I don't know. I'm just waiting. Just waiting right now.
I would just say wait till you get the 4-pack. Watch it.
Yeah, I'll get that first and be like, okay, I really love this 4-pack, and let me go watch it now. Timothy Chalamet, Dirty Zendaya, Dirty, and I think he meant Did Zendaya.
Did Dirty. Well, I don't know. I her character and how she was presented was not.
She was holding him back.
No, I just didn't like her character being written so different than the character in the original books and stuff.
It's kind of good when they do that though, Lane, because then you don't know what to expect. And they do that a lot, like the House of Dragons, for example, the show on HBO, Game of Thrones, related show. So the books, and my girlfriend's a big reader, so she explained to me in the books, everything that's told in the books is all word of mouth. So
yeah,
it's very unique to where in the show they have the opportunity to present it in a different light, because these are the events that actually happened, versus in the books, these were stories that were told by word of mouth for people that actually weren't there.
Like 300, yeah, because the Fire and Blood, which is the first supposed to be 2,
right? Which
is the history, which is like literally a historian who's alive during kind of the era of the TV series and when all that's happening. He's writing about the 250 years time.
Right, so obviously there's a lot of information left out. Some shit might not be true.
It's from it's like reading an ancient historian, a Roman historian who maybe lived 200 years later after whatever happened.
Exactly.
So they're relating.
It's interesting when they could do it that way, because then it works, because you don't really know what's going to happen, and a lot of characters were changed and stuff from what I read. So, but yeah, so the one thing that was really disappointing on this for me is God of War, probably 1/12 scale, dude. And I did manage to finally get a pre-order in for that the One Toys Kratos from the newer games.
Yeah,
which I'm really excited for. I think it looks fantastic, but I would love to get a Kratos from like the original 3, one of the original 3 games.
Yeah.
Congrats for those that are into 1/12. It seems like InArt's probably going to go pretty hard on 1/12. Like Elden Ring, I feel like that would sell very well. That's a really popular game. And Resident Evil license, I wish it was 1/6. I wish it was 1/6. I would ditch my damn toys Resident Evil so fast if InArt did like a rooted hair Leon Kennedy or rooted hair Claire Redfield or whatever. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, can't knock you there.
Yeah, so definitely really exciting stuff. As always, guys, once again, take it with a grain of salt. nothing is set in stone. This is just share with me, and I want to share with you guys because it's fun to speculate. A couple quick little things. I thought this was the most random third-party figure in a while. I love this movie, Free Guy. I thought it was hilarious, and it was just fun. And he comes with all the stupid shit that he had towards like the end of the film. He's got the lightsaber, the Hulk hand, the cap shield. He's got a Fortnite harvester. Just the most random shit ever. The head sculpt obviously is kind of goofy looking. And this is Fishbone Toys, so their quality is very but it's still just funny. It's just so random and funny to me. And then last bit of like third-party news. We got a new Rick Deckard from Present Toys, and it's not perfect looking, but it's definitely the best third-party one I've seen yet. I definitely think it looks way better than the Dark Toys version. So this is pretty cool, and those who are fans of Blade Runner, I'm considering this one. I don't know yet, but I think it's pretty cool. But the fact that they did two Ricks, like two announcements for two different Ricks, and we get this. This is the most bizarre third-party figure I've seen in a while. Like, I get the animated sculpt, but the creepy old man. Yeah, that's weird.
I remember seeing that and it was like, what is that? What is that?
Yeah, it's so bizarre. Two Ricks, and one of them is from Rick and Morty.
Looks like Christopher Lloyd's scientist from Back to the Future.
Yeah, that head sculpt actually probably is a bit more accurate than the one Hot Toys included with the Part 1 figure.
Yeah, I mean that one looks more like it's like the dark multiverse version or something of Doc from Back to the Future.
Dude. Some of these third-party companies, the shit they come up with, dude, it's crazy.
Insane.
Absolutely crazy. Well, guys, Lane, we're a little bit past 8:30, but I think we timed it pretty well. Yep. Guys, I want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. If you haven't already, please consider dropping a like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. Consider becoming a channel member. Remember, we will be giving away a channel member exclusive prize in the next couple of weeks. So if you're considering becoming a channel member, you're thinking about it, definitely consider becoming a Hotline hottie. Sorry that Mike had some internet issues. I know he would have loved to be here with us. And like I said, Chris couldn't be here because he's just getting absolutely swamped. And Sean as well. But Sean was here in the chat, so we definitely appreciate him. And yes, Indiana Bones. Yeah, I'm surprised by the Rick Grimes. The rooted hair on that actually looked very good for a cheap third-party figure. I was very surprised by that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for the donations, for just hanging out, for just spending your time with us on this fine Tuesday evening. You guys are the best. And I know it's like football season and stuff, so it's rough to make it right now. So thank you for spending your time with us. If you're watching on the replay, I appreciate you guys. Guys, if you haven't already, head on over to the Facebook group. I may or may not be doing some holiday giveaways over there. And check me out on Instagram. I'm on TikTok now. Follow me on TikTok if you haven't already. I've been on the grind over on TikTok. And yeah, guys, we're just having fun this holiday season.
Working on your TikTok dancing cosplay videos.
I have not been doing that, Lane. I've just taken videos of figures, but I know you would love to see me do some dances. But
oh yeah, the Batusi man. Let's see.
Yeah, y'all are gonna have to pay me for that. But everything else is free though. But you'll have to pay me to do some dancing. But, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Check out the links to everybody's channels and everything in the description. Yep. Check out Off the Racks 1/6 Kit, the best shops in the biz. I think that's it. Yeah. And happy holidays to you guys. Happy holidays as well.
Yep. Anyway, hey, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Sorry it's a little bit shorter panel tonight, but hey, we had a great time with you guys always, and we'll see you soon.
And do not buy the McRib. Go get the holiday pie instead.
Make sure to make bad choices.